Why hate you, face? Oh god!
15 seconds left.
Oh my god, time me. Oh god. Oh god.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Perpetual Noob, and today I'm going to talk about a few channel updates. The first one, you may have heard me reference before, this big TomClancyAthon I was working on. I spent hours and hours playing, I think it was around 8 different games, and I got tons of footage. I recorded myself in person talking about the footage. I was super excited because I was like, you know what, we need to talk about real Tom Clancy, because The Division, not really Tom Clancy. Also, didn't need that license at all. And I was just so excited. It's gone. It died. It's dead. It died. It's gone. It's in the black abyss of my hard drive. It is in the Bermuda Triangle. It has gone to meet its maker. It has cement shoes at the bottom of an ocean of digital nothingness. It is dead. That is what's happened to my TomClancyAthon. Yeah, that hurts. I was all set to put it out, and my edit was just gone. I still have all the footage from the games itself, and I still technically have the footage from me filming talking about it, but the part where I look at everything and I make judgment calls, I put it all together in this beautiful little, yeah, for you, it's gone. It's gone, and I don't know if I'll go back to trying to put that together again because of the amount of effort, and I just kind of want to move on from Tom Clancy, because again, I played 8 games, 8 of them. And I'm going to put up some random footage throughout this video of me just being awful at it, just because I feel like you should see some of it. My favorite being the original Tom Clancy Rainbow Six. Man, that game is rough.
Man down! Need some backup now!
That game is rough. And surprisingly, I missed Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six New Vegas. That was a big deal. I didn't have a 360. And I didn't have a PC, so I just missed that game, and it was amazing. I still want to play it. In fact, I might try to again. But the TomClancyAthon is gone, basically. The first big update is I'm finally introducing my Backlog Rampage series. What this is I have something like 1,000 hours of games that I have not even tried or I haven't beaten. And I was sitting one day thinking, what an incredible waste of art, time, and money that I have missed these games. And I would buy the newest game coming out and just avoid these. Like, oh, I'll get to it. And I've decided to put together a set of rules and a commitment to beating those games I already own, which seems like common sense until you realize how the gaming industry is set up for hype. For instance, right now, Uncharted 4 is out. Doom is out, and these are games that I have cherished and loved. The original Doom is what got me into first-person shooters and PC gaming and gaming in general, and Uncharted 4 is Uncharted 4. It doesn't need an explanation. Unless you don't know what Uncharted is. So Uncharted is one of my favorite series from PlayStation 3. It got me to get a PlayStation 3. That's not true, it was Metal Gear Solid, but I'll move on from that. It was the second game that got me to get a PlayStation 3, and I've played the series all the way through multiple times on each game with my wife, too, who that got her back into gaming after a long hiatus. It is just an important series, and according to my rules, if I get either of those games or any other new games, there will be consequences. For instance, I bought Fallout 4 full well knowing the rules, so I had to have a consequence. There are like 25 of these things. You'll see them on a random roulette wheel in my future videos that I've put together. And the consequence I got for this is I have to roleplay the game as Donald Trump.
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue?
My favorite ballpark's become a shanty town.
Looking for a mutated fern if you find any.
Sweeten the deal with some money, and I might be interested.
All right. How about 125 caps?
Come on, make it worth my while, Solomon.
You are one righteous talker. 150 caps.
I'll walk out right now if you don't make me a real offer. You better back off. or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
Well, hey, all right. We'll just say your insurance is paid up for now, okay?
So yeah, I wasn't expecting Trump to fit into Fallout 4 so well, but man, does he fit in. I currently have like, I want to say 5 or 6 settlements, and I've got like all these people just doing this work for me. I have like these little shanty things for my laborers, and I am building towards trying to build a super complicated luxury hotel at one location. Right now, I am basically living in like a weird prefabbed penthouse suite just for me. And on top of that, I'm finding out that Trump really likes that perk that causes damage to women, which is a bias, and also charms them. And I've extorted way too much money just by persuading people. And I'm currently have 3 factions I'm a part of that are going to basically be antithetical to each other. They're not going to get along, and it just fits. And my Trump is pretty good, you know, in terms of how well I got him to look. I think I could have done a little better, but I wanted to play the goddamn game and not sit there for 2 days just doing that. Fun fact, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played Fallout 4. I think I'm the only one who hasn't. They take your son in the beginning of the game, and there's this big impetus to go to Diamond City. It's like the first thing you want to do. And I'm at level 18, something like 24 hours in, and I have not... I've just gotten to Diamond City to look for my son. I just decided, you know what, maybe it's something I should start doing. Also, I wanted to sell all my shit, and I didn't have quite the level to make shops and sell stuff, so I was like, I want to sell stuff in Diamond City. And that's why Trump went. It is not because of his son. So the second thing I want to talk about is I'm not going to be playing any more betas for games. I'm going to try and avoid as much press as I can on them before they come out and previews, this and that. Reviews are still important because they inform me as to whether or not I should even pick up a game. And I don't want to put down $60 on something and find out it sucks randomly. That's just not a good thing to do. But I don't want to play betas. I want to try to avoid as much of the hype train as possible, or even, not even the hype train, the anti-hype train. For instance, when the Doom beta came out, played it myself, and I thought it was just meh. I thought it was to the point where it made me worry about the whole game. And I was working on a video for it, and I kind of stopped and just let it go by the wayside, and I'm happy I did, because reviews came out of Doom, and the single player is amazing. It's a perfect homage to the original games while modernizing it, and it just looks like it's so much fun, and it kind of makes shooters fresh again, which, man, I didn't think that was possible with the way things are going now, with how often we're hit with first-person shooters. So I'm excited to play it when I can. God damn, these backlog rules. Anyway, but that got me thinking, why am I even playing these betas? They're either sort of the perfect slice of a game to get you to buy it, or they're an imperfect slice of the game that kind of gives you a bad taste in your mouth even before you try the product. The other problem with it is it takes away that magic of stepping into a game world and figuring it out for the first time. There's nothing quite like when you first start a game and you're trying everything and you're seeing all the new stuff in the new world. Whereas if it's a demo or a beta, if you played hours out of it, you're going to basically trudge through that. If it's the beginning of the game, it's like, okay, I did this, I need to get beyond that point. Or if it's a multiplayer game, it's like, all right, I have to re-rank to get all that stuff back that I lost from the beta, and I've already kind of maybe got my fill from this game, depending on how deep it is, and I want to avoid that as much as I can and kind of give these games a fair shake. Third, if you haven't been able to notice, the every 2-week schedule is not working out. It always seems like something comes up, or, you know, my hard drive eats my edit, and I scream for around 5 to 6 days straight and then realize, oh god, now I have only another week to figure out something, and I don't want to be shoving things out the door. So we're going to stick with 1 month for my mainline YouTube videos where I kind of go in depth about something, or I make a funny parody or whatever, you know, I come up with at the time. And instead, I'm going to be trying to stream on Twitch more and possibly streaming on YouTube as well at the same time, because I feel like I'm missing that Let's Play aspect, and doing the editorial is fun, but that takes time versus just watching me being absolutely awful at games is kind of the point. And you can be there more for my journey through these games as I go through them. and see Trump doing what he does best. I will have a best of moments and a backlog rampage video for that, but at the same time, you could see me go through and make these decisions as they're happening live on Twitch and YouTube. And I want to do that basically every week. I'm thinking probably Thursdays and Fridays every week. I'll put out something beforehand saying when it's going to happen, and then boom, I'll be online. And that way I can interact with people more while I'm doing it, and they can kind of see events happen. For instance, if I play another game that is outside of my backlog that I buy or whatever, you get to see the roulette wheel with all the consequences, and some of them involve you, believe it or not. Like if there's a keyword or something I use, if you call it out, I'll be like, shit, and I'll have to do an action. There'll be stuff like, the one I'm really not looking forward to is one is called Taste Test. Basically, that one means if I die, I have to eat a food randomly selected, and I'm a picky eater. And my wife's already called it. The first food is kimchi, which I get visibly upset when I smell it. It is probably a great food, but I'm a picky eater, so I look at it and I just can't even think how that would be something that I would want to eat. And that's gonna be interesting. Man, I don't want to eat kimchi every time I die in like Call of Duty, because that's gonna be a lot, and I'm just gonna be full of like fermented vegetables that I've never wanted to ingest before. Before I go, I wanted to talk about E3, which is coming up this weekend. God, I'm excited. And the thing that bothers me that I'm noticing in from the talking heads or the pundits, what do I call people on the YouTubers, or I don't know, gaming journalists, something, one of those things. Pick whatever seems appropriate to you and seems the least insulting, and we're good to go. So basically, the consensus I'm getting is people are already kind of jaded by the conference, like, oh, do we even need this? Should they be doing it? What do we really get from this? It's just sequels coming out, this and that. And I thought of the E3 of Dreams, which is basically the 1 year in Sony's conference where, I think this was last year, The Last Guardian, a game that was announced 10 years ago and disappeared, showed up again and looked amazing and blew people's minds and wasn't leaked. A few minutes later, Final Fantasy VII, a remake which Squaresoft said they would never do, was announced, a beautiful trailer was shown, and that wasn't leaked. A few minutes after that, Shenmue 3, a sequel to a game that's been dead for so long and is such a niche game, was announced and wasn't leaked. These games are huge, and people, again, even about the games themselves, are like, oh, well, they're going to find a way to nickel and dime us, or they're not going to be as good as we all think, or we never know when they're coming out. All these different jaded, again, sentiments that everyone hears about gaming anymore. And even the biggest one is technically correct. They're sequels or remakes. Or even, again, one that's pushed out the door from development hell, which seems to be basically all we're getting anymore. And I'm okay with that, because these games are unique, beautiful games. They're all single-player games, and they're unique, and I want to see them, and they deserve to be seen. And the fact that we get to is amazing, considering like what they had to go through to get here. And a market where we're crowded by Call of Duties, this and that. I mean, we can't afford to be this unexcited about our medium anymore, this medium we grew up with. Battlefield 1, which is a dumb name, is coming out, and that's World War I, and that could be awesome. I know they're working on Star Wars titles, and people are already talking about Star Wars fatigue. That hasn't happened yet. There might be that point, but it hasn't happened yet. And if, I think it's Amy Hennig, who helmed the Uncharted series, is overlooking a game for EA that's Star Wars based, I'm excited. It's good to be excited. Yes, you can temper your expectations, but don't have to be a goddamn party pooper all the time. Enjoy your games. Enjoy the prospect of what might happen with your games. Yes, we'll see sequels and this and that every year in some familiar games. They're always going to talk about FIFA and Madden. It's always going to happen. It happens the same in movies and books. There is a staple series that comes out everyone gets sick of and makes fun of, but you gotta remember what's at the edges of that, or what's even just something that disturbs that model. Overwatch, for instance, in terms of first-person shooters, and Doom. Be excited. These things can change. And that's up to you. If you buy these games that come out, great. If you don't, and you just buy Call of Duty, it's kind of on you. Just enjoy what you're getting. Don't take a crap on them after they blow your minds. That's the weirdest sentence. Weirdest. The imagery alone, crapping on your head, exploding on your pooping on games. All right, those are all my updates for this week. Look forward to my GTA 5 video, which will be coming up in about 3 to 4 weeks. And I should be doing a video on my Backlog Rampage, where you'll see all the rules and stuff, how it's fleshed out, and you'll also see Trump in the wasteland doing his thing. Also, if you want to see the TomClancyAthon, you're really interested, comment, say something. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And also, for your viewing pleasure, here are some of my favorite moments from Tom Clancy. Sneak in, and shit.
I saw you on the monitor, Sam. Let's try that.
Oh great, super excited. What buttons?
Logan, rendezvous at the second rally point. We're taking
There it is.
and getting there.
Roger. Proceeding to the old Spanish mission.
I might be a little bit late to that Spanish mission. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. God, it's been like a half hour and nothing's fucking happened. Not a, okay. Fuck, really? Damn it. Walking in. Oh, you gotta be. This is just the training.
I saw you on the monitor.
God. I don't want to keep playing this. What the hell? The Predator come in here? Why is everybody dead? Oh, shit!
Now.
Right. Of course. Is that heaven? Hey, buddy. Hey, shush, just come on. Relax. I've never had a friend before. You ain't never had a friend like me. Come on. Come on. Shh. Relax the eyebrows. Relax the eyebrows. Just relax them. Shh.